Hello my dear class 8 students, hope you all are well. Today we will going to start the chapter 10, Deepwater Horizon Oil Spill. In the previous class we have covered the first part of this chapter, like where the oil spill was mainly occurred, the location of that. Even with that we have also discussed the various reasons of it. And today in this part we will cover the impacts of that oil spill, even with that how the mitigation was done. Okay students, let's start this chapter. I am Ishita Raj and I am going to teach you about this chapter. Let's start with the impacts of the oil spill. What were the different impacts? The oil flowed from the rig for 87 days and the spill covered an area of almost 180,000 square kilometers. The oil from the rig spread to the coastlines of the Louisiana, Mississippi and Florida and Alabama. In the previous class, if you want, please go through the part 1 video. There you have some look about the location of the Gulf of Mexico and where the oil rig was there and where the oil spill was occurred. Then you will have that the various regions like the Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida and Alabama is there. So the impact was different types. Some were on the marine life, even with the estuarine life, in economic aspect. So there are so many adverse effects of that oil spill we will discuss. At first we have the impact on the marine life or the marine life. Marine life, or you can say the aquatic creature, like which are mainly lives in the aquatic or the marine or the in the sea. So the area affected by the oil spill was home to 8,332 marine species comprising of fish, birds, octopuses, sea turtles and various marine mammals. So all of these are just living in the marine, like almost more than 8,000 marine species are there, and they are of various types like fishes, birds, octopuses, turtles, various mammals are there. So the spill harmed around 39 marine species that threats to the marine ecology. So 39 marine species was mainly they were harmed. Even with that is a great threat to the marine ecology, because almost 39 species were harmed. That is why it will adversely affect to the marine ecology. The ecological balance will be destroyed. The impact on the coral was devastating, like the corals that grow very slowly. So there is a balance between how the corals is just grown and how they destroyed. If they are destroyed in a very rapid way, then their growth is very slow. That is why their destruction was just devastating. Like some corals were there who are or which were just 600 years old. So many old corals are there. They were also affected by that because they have the very slow rate of growth and the longevity. So they are extremely vulnerable and slow to recover from any adversities. So if any adversities are there, they are very vulnerable to that. That is why they cannot regenerate very rapidly. Next is the rhodoliths. What are the rhodoliths? You have to remember. They are some rich seaweed assemblage. So they are the combination of assemblage of seaweed, and they provide habitat for various sea creatures like the shrimps, crabs, lobsters, and the rhodoliths are just the, you can say, habitat for them. But in these oil spills they are very much destroyed, like they are died in these oil spills, so the habitat of that species also destroyed. Various mammals, marine mammals also affected. It is estimated that nearly 170 marine mammals were died. So you have to remember student how much or how the marine life was destroyed. Like the marine mammals was there, corals were there, like 39 marine species, various species was there. So they are just threatening to the marine ecology. In this way they have a adverse impact on the marine life. Even with that, More than 1,000 sea turtles were there. They were also found dead. Even various migratory or the marine birds like the seagulls, pelicans, terns, blue heron are there. All of these marine life was adversely affected by this oil spill. So this is the adverse effect on the marine life. So have some look students on the picture. After 10 years of that oil spill, how the birds were just affected. Just have some look. The oil spill have adversely affected the seagulls or the various pelicans, sea animals in this way. Even with that, they have a destroyed or devastating effect on the corals. So these are the corals in the deep water horizon oil spill, and maximum of them were just died. So in this way, oil spill has the various adverse effect on the marine life. Next one we have the impacts on the estuarine life. Like the estuaries habitats in the Gulf of Mexico were affected greatly. The shallow water sediments and the sea grass that provide food and shelter, they were destroyed in the oil spill. So they have also various adverse effect in the estuarine ecosystem. So the ecosystem is also damaged with this. They have the various adverse effect on the economic impact, like the zone, or you can say in the Gulf of Mexico where the oil spill was occurred. This is a very much good for the fishing activity, and this is a good economic activity or the primary, the best source of the economic activity for the people living there. So the economic setbacks are faced by both communities and individuals. Similarly, these oil spill also affected the economy of the affected place. So where they are just occurred, they also adversely affected the economy of that place. Okay, they also adversely affected. Like one is the Gulf of the like the Mexico Gulf is one of the richest fishing ground, so the commercial fishing industry faced a huge loss. So how the oil spill have just adversely affected the marine lives, you have already seen about this. Now the affected place, because the fishing activity is there, the richest fishing ground is the Gulf of Mexico where the ocean currents are meet. The commercial fishing industry that faced a huge loss. A tourism industry was also impacted. Like in that place, the tourism industry, like the hotels of Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi, they also suffered a great loss. So it was the losses, or you can say the adversities in the economic, or it has the economic impact. So we have already discussed the impact like on the marine life, various mammals, on corals, various sea animals, creatures, rhodolites, and we have also covered estuarine effect and the economic impact, like in the fishing ground, one is the fishing ground and another one is the hotel or the tourism industry. So these two are the impacts. So we have covered the impacts of the deep water horizon oil spill. Here we will study about the how mitigation process was mainly done, how the oil was extracted from the water, or how they separated from the water. There are so many processes, we will discuss one by one. First one is the oil water separation or water oil separation. What does it mean? From this name you have some easy idea that water oil separation means where the oil are just added to the water, then you have to just extract it only the oil from that water, or you have to separate the oil from the water, is the water oil separation. So hundred of workers was just deployed to separate that oil from the water. So various manual labor was there and all this work was done manually. It is more effective in water bodies with less undercurrent. The Gulf has a strong undercurrent which made cleaning by this method very difficult, because the extraction, or you can say the separation of oil from the water, and that is much effective in that region where there is no undercurrent or very less undercurrent. But in this place where the oil spill was occurred, they has a very strong undercurrent. That is why this process was very much, you can say, difficult for them to separate the oil from the water. Still it was done manually. Hundreds of workers were just deployed to separate the water. So have some look, students. This is the real time photograph of the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, how the burning of the vessels was there. So all these works was just done by manually. How much the smoke is there, and they were just deployed. Various chemical dispersants, controlled burning or in situ burning, or the ISB techniques, we will also discuss it. It is a technique of responding to an oil spill. This involves the controlled burning of oil that has spilled from a vessel at the location of the spill. It significantly reduces the amount of oil on the water and minimizes the adverse effects of the oil on environment. Now have some look, students. This is the picture after some days how the oils was just there of the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, and in the water they are just added. So this is, and very strong undercurrent is also there. That is why it is very difficult work to get separated the oil from the water. The same picture, have some look how it was occurred. Now we were just talking about the manual labor. Hundreds of workers were just deployed to separate the oil from the water, and how the thick layer of the oil is added to the water in the Deepwater Horizon oil spill. Various labors, manual labors is there, various techniques were also used. We will discuss one by one. Like, have some look how much people were engaged, how much workers were just deployed to separate the oil from the water. Now we will discuss the second process that I was talking about, controlled burning or in situ burning. In situ means in place burning, or the controlled burning. So one is the oil water separation we have discussed, and it is a technique of responding to an oil spill I have discussed that minimizes the adverse effects of the oil on environment because it reduces the amount of oil on the water. Next is the chemical dispersants. Like chemical dispersals are there. It is a techniques where the dispersants are chemicals that break oil slick into very small droplets. So the oil slick that is divided into small oil droplets. They are sprayed onto the spills by specially equipped boats or planes. So some specially equipped boats or planes also used to dispersal of that, and the dispersants are one of the several tools that are available to combat the oil spill. So this is a very efficient technique, that is the chemical dispersants, and mainly specially equipped boats and planes are also used for these techniques. So we have covered these three techniques. Now we have last one is the bioremediation. Last technique we have the bioremediation. What is the bioremediation? From this term we have some idea, like it can be done or it can be treated biologically. That is why the term is used as the bioremediation. The naturally occurring microbes that can be used to process crude oil are known to exist in the ocean. The bioremediation is a process that utilizes some biotic creatures, like as it is a bioremediation remedy through the biotic animals or the biotic creatures. That is why biotic creatures like the bacteria, fungi, various green plants, they are mainly used to naturally remove the contaminant. So no such artificial techniques is there. This is a remediation process by the biological agents like various bacteria, fungi, green plants. They are mainly used to remove the contaminations. So this is the process of bioremediation. We have covered all the 4 techniques of the mitigation for the oil from the water in the deepwater horizon oil spills. Now here is some lines like oil spill can also happen when tankers carrying oil collide. Such disaster occurred in August 2006 in the Indian Ocean. A Japanese tanker that spilled about 1.4 million gallons of crude oil into the Indian Ocean as it collided with a cargo ship. So these kinds of you can say these kinds of oil spill is also occurred, like in this case deepwater horizon or the BP oil spill. Various technical issues or the technical faults was there, I have already discussed, like the valve was not working properly, blowout preventer was not working properly, with that the constructional materials, the gas alarm, the delayed response, all the causes I have discussed. Students, please go through the part 1 of this chapter for your better results. You will have some good idea about the causes. And another oil spill can also be caused by the collision, like by the collision of one cargo ship with the oil tankers. That is why from the vessels that carries the oil, that can also be spills from that. So the Indian Ocean oil spills which was occurred in August 2006, that is a example of these kinds of collisional, you can say collisional oil spill. This is the example of that. But the BP oil spill, or you can say British Petroleum oil spill, this is this is a very disastrous oil spill in the history. So this is a nutshell, like oil spill refers to the release of liquid petroleum into the environment, especially in seas and oceans. And this chapter which we have talked about is the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, the caused by the bursting of a British petroleum oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico. In a nutshell, we have covered all this, like the bursting that causes various fire. This is the picture of that, of the oil spill, real time picture, how the bursting of oil spill can cause the fire, and various technical issues were just engaged in that we have also covered. Okay students, we will end this session here. Please go through the first part of that video, that will also helps you. Thank you students.